Welcome to Old Man Cyclocross 40 plus. We're starting at the back and trying to get to the top 10. A lot of good riders here today. 36 riders in total. And it's about to start. To make things a little bit harder this week, rather than just starting from the back, I'm going to wait till turn 1 before I start making my moves. So chilling in last place. Let this rider go past and let's get going. Turn 1 round the outside, pick up 2, 3, 4 places, but get a bit stuck there. And then see 4 riders behind, and then heading into turn 2. This is a wild one, going in from way back, bumping into the tree. That was a horrible move I made, but somehow it made me up like 5 places or something. Anyway, next corner around the outside, looking for around the outside of Paul here. Very good road rider, this guy. Did beat me earlier this summer in a road race, and someone has crashed up ahead, so immediately off the bike, looking to run around the problem, which I do. And I don't gain too much, but the inside got a bit crowded, so I actually gained 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 places there. And then up the hill, there's a slower rider on the right, going to overtake them. This rider on the right decides to go through the bush, which isn't the fastest way to ride a bike through a bush. And the rider ahead here, I think I'm a little bit faster, kind of make my way past, and this multicolored shirt rider, I'm going to go past him because he's leaving a big gap. So that's that move done, and then there's another gap growing, so might as well grab this extra place and move up into P16. Now the rider ahead's my old teammate, and he used to beat me every single time in road racing. He is super good. He even wins races there in La Provence. And before the race, he was kind of joking about my running shoes, because I'm riding in running shoes not clipped in. And I said to him, hey, on lap 1 I'm going to run past you. So I'm not going to make a move just yet. I'm waiting for a running section to come past this guy. Laurent, he's a very good road rider. So around I come. Tom's race went left, so I'm a bit lost now. And we're coming into the steps, and Laurent's on the left here. So I thought he was going to run up the left-hand side of the steps, but he doesn't. He runs up the right. But I need to fulfill my running overtake prophecy, so I'm going to push him and, you know, friendly, hey, I'm here. This next overtake is past Tom's rival club, Tour Gadan, team leader. And then this guy ahead in the last race, he came past me and finished ahead of me. So this guy is super fast, but... Oh gosh! Bon, suivez-moi! But that guy went right when he should have gone left. I shouted, as soon as I saw him going right, I shouted, oh gosh, to say left. And I said, follow me. But that guy is a fast rider. I'm up into P13 now, so quite a few positions gained on that one. This next right-hander, I need to take it easy because there's a crash in Tom's race here, so I know it's dangerous. As we come around, I think that's about 3 minutes of racing. And I can't sprint anymore. I can't just sprint up to these guys. That's like doing a massive BMX race, and now I just need to finish this because this is going to be another 45 minutes of racing. These steps I'm going to run up. I probably could hop up them with a little bump on the bottom step, but massive risk of breaking your bike for next to no gain. This next section was tarmac with like little stone gravelly bits on, so very scary. If it slips, it's just going to slip badly like a set of marbles. And then the next obstacle is the hardest one on the course, but coming from a BMX background, it wasn't too hard because the first ramp I'm not pedaling up, just going to pump up it like a ramp. Up we go. And then I've already changed gears at the bottom, so I'm ready to ride up the second part. So I'm pretty tired already. I've already overtaken a few guys which I know are very good riders. and I'm sure those people got caught up on lap 1 who are much faster than I am, so already gonna struggle to move forward from this position. Down here was a bit like a mountain bike course, and in my warm-up laps I decided staying on the left hand side rather than going down would be better, but as soon as I got around that corner in the race, I was like, I've lost out some time. This next section's interesting because you come up there's the leaders, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. This next section is interesting because you head up this bank and it kind of hurts your muscles, and everyone takes a big wide line to take a run up for the next embankment, and I'm running this section, take a shortcut, don't use my cycling muscles, and I feel like I don't lose anything. Sometimes it's possible to gain a little bit, but I'm not using my cycling muscles, which are already pretty tired. This drop down was pretty scary with second-hand carbon fibre handlebars, and a lot of cyclocross is quite scary. The bumps, there was a bump hidden in this grass that was nasty if you hit it, and you're effectively riding a road bike just with larger tyres on some quite nasty terrain. Now up ahead there's an overtake, and just like in karting, if you see an overtake up ahead, then you smell the blood of a weak opponent in the water and you need to pounce on it like a shark. I'm going to pick up the pace here. Nice little bump to lift the bike up and lose no speed, hopefully. And then here there's a lot of rocks, and the compression into this next little uphill is an easy place to get a puncture, so you need to be really smooth and float the bike up. Still in P13, but the guy ahead of me is a very good rider, and we'll have a look at him in a moment, as now I rejoin Tom's course. Not clipped in, round we go. Oh, it's a ski pole section, the ski slalom. Get close to the poles. And yeah, the guy ahead actually finished third at the last cyclocross race I did. I was right behind him on lap 1, but he just disappeared. But today, he's doing some wild manoeuvres. That's a feeble grind. And then he's flicked it straight into a hang 10. Pretty impressive stuff, but not the fastest way along that section of track, which promotes me up to P12 into the garden section, and P11 is quite far ahead, and there's a lot of fast riders coming behind me, so I need to keep this pace going. And this is the course Tom did. I remember the first year he did cyclocross, this bump here was scary for him, and then you had to turn and then immediately hit another bump. But now that he finds those dead easy. And in my cyclocross race I've got barriers, big tall double stacked planks, so I'm going to have to run them. Everyone likes to watch those on the first lap, hoping someone tries to jump over them. And then I go past my fan club, and then turn the final corner to finish the lap, and there are 5 more laps to go. This race is going to take me 45 to 50 minutes. Turn 1 is a big flowing corner, and that's the first time I've raced around it, and yeah, quite nice. And through those corners I gained a lot of time. I'm going to start editing the video now. Now you've seen the complete lap. So I gained on the corners on this guy in the blue kit up ahead. And I was gaining on another rider. And I've already decided I'm going to make a move soon, so I'm always looking to get a wider entrance into corners, try and get a cut back on him. If he makes a mistake, I'm going to capitalise on it. But when you've got running shoes on, there's always a good overtake. His technique's perfect on dismounting there. It's quite difficult to do when you're clipped in. But you're not going to beat a pair of running shoes. Into P11. So, can I get one more position and achieve last two top 10? Is today going to be the day? We'll have to wait and see on the steps. That concrete pillar is an old climbing wall. Oh, someone's gone past me, but I actually kind of let them pass because they were catching me up so quickly. And I let them pass because I was so tired, but immediately I started regretting it because they didn't pull away, and I need a bit of space from the rider in front as we hit this section. So I had to slow down. The reason I need a bit of space is if they mess up like that, you don't ride into the back wheel and get stuck. But then you'll soon realise why I let this guy pass me. It's because he can just sprint like this, and I am struggling already. It's lap 2. That guy's just gone, and I'm just trying to survive to the finish line now. I'm not as fit as I used to be. I don't know where the fitness has gone. Anyway, another little shortcut run up here. I'm sure that was the best way. Running the barriers and completing lap 2 shortly. And again, someone is right on my tail. Just gonna let them go. And once again, I kind of regret letting this guy pass because he doesn't corner like a go-kart. So he's done turn 1 and then he does turn 2, whereas I am flowing that whole section, getting a nice exit. And then at every apex, this guy was still turning in. So he gets really slow exits, having to put so much power on. Pretty bad karting lines from this rider, but he makes up for it riding up the hill. I think he rides pretty nicely up. And I am really suffering. I can't keep up pedaling fast like this, and that guy just disappears up the hill. And that rider passes me. He passed me in the last race, so I'm now losing a position or so, a lap, and I need to keep going and stop losing positions, really. Up the steps, and those two riders have just passed another rider, so there is a chance I can make a move on somebody. Heading up here, it's getting harder every single lap. And once again, the other riders choosing to ride up here, but I think running just saved my cycling legs a little bit. And you can see I did gain on that rider quite a bit. Was that 3 more laps to go? Oh. I'm in P14 now, and there's some kind of blue kitted rider in front of me. There's a lot of riders in that Albania blue kit. Here's someone picking up litter over the barriers again, and then once again I pull over because this rider behind me was catching me up so quickly. This guy looks like he's had quite a bit of experience riding, and he does this turn like one big flowing turn, kind of nice-ish. yeah, there's a lot of time to be made up in cornering in the cyclocross, getting good exits, just like in go-karting. But this guy was super fast up the hill. The rider behind me crashed, so on the last lap, I wasn't having a threat behind, but I couldn't keep up with these two riders. I gave it a good go to try and scare them, but that was it for me. P15. Couldn't keep up with the guys ahead. Guys behind fell a little bit, and I cruised in for P15, and it was a good time.
Well done. Well done, very well done.
So I'll put the results up. I was P15. I think it was like 49 minutes of racing. 32 people finished. And it was good fun. Lap 1 is super fun. It's like old school BMX. The start of this race is just so fun. It's like BMX, and then the last bit is like a running race, and I really quite enjoy it. I would recommend it, and I'm going to keep doing as many as I can this year.